been a couple of weeks since my last video, but I also wanted to just kind of share with you guys what's been happening. I actually had a flood in my home. Not the entire house, just the guest bathroom, the guest bedroom, and just the hallway area. And I'll show you guys what that looks like currently. And guys, if you've ever experienced having a flood in your home before, because this was actually my second flood. But yeah. So guys, it's been a whole thing. I don't want to waste too much time talking, but I really wanted to be as transparent as I possibly could with you guys. This weekend, I was actually planning to wrap up everything that I wanted to post out of this for the upcoming video, so to speak, or whatever, until this happened. So I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys about what's been going on, and definitely ask you guys for your prayers in this whole situation. Because there's nothing like having your house in chaos. So this video is just basically, I guess, going to be part one of probably a 3-part series. So just to kind of give you an idea of some of the things that I've been doing, some of the projects that you guys can look forward to, hopefully in the next video, if the weather permits and if I can get my life together, so to speak. I really do appreciate your support. I absolutely, oh my God, I love reading the comments. The love you guys have been sharing with me is just completely overwhelming, and I am just so grateful and so appreciative of you guys. But I'm just so happy and just so thankful, and I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully this weekend I'll be bringing you my next DIY project and just some of the other projects that I will be working on outside of my yard. So I'll see you guys soon. So here's a look at the ceiling after we managed to turn off the main water line. The ceiling was actually leaking in several different places, and so later on that morning, we had a restoration crew come out, and they started basically, taking a look at the damages and making preparations to have everything dried. And so this is one of the reasons that I made that recording in my bedroom, because anywhere throughout the house, all you heard was really loud fans and heaters blowing. And so that will remain in place until Tuesday of next week. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the flooring had to be removed in the hallway area. Some of the carpeting was removed in the guest bedroom, and everything was pretty much gutted in the bathroom area. As you guys can see here, there's literally fans and heaters in the attic area. As you guys can see here, my hot water heater tank was located in the upstairs attic. So when the hot water heater tank burst, it flooded the attic. It also leaked to the flooring, and that's what caused all the damages and whatnot. But I am thankful to God, because I know for a fact that this could have gone a whole lot worse, because guys, I was not planning to even be in town, and it just so happened that I decided to stay over Friday night, and good thing I did, because I could have came back home to just a horrific event. So I thank God that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So I do want to show you guys the new location for my new hot water heater tank. I was sure to not have it placed back in the attic, just to make sure that something like this never happens again. And guys, truly, God is good, because like I said, this could have gone so much worse. Also, in this little space here, this is a separate project in itself. This is something that I will be undertaking later on. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys the new location for my hot water heater. I'm just so grateful to have that part over. Okay, you guys, so I do wanted to show you the area that I plan to DIY in my next video. And as you guys can see here, I've already purchased all the materials and everything. So that was supposed to be in this video, but with everything else, I think we're going to put that off until the next video. So the area that I'm going to be DIYing is, you can see it right here behind me, is this fence, is the little fence area that's right behind that little seating area. I'm going to be installing a privacy screen in this area, and you guys can pretty much see why. I'm going to make the privacy screen the height of my storage house. And you guys can see the corner of that and how high it is as well. So that's something that I'm planning to do in my next project. I was hoping to try to get that out to you guys this video, but like I said before, life happens. So in this video, I'm going to be giving my patio a nice refresh and just getting everything nice and clean and spiffy for the spring/summer season. And as you guys can see, there's pollen everywhere. There's dirt and dust all over the place. The flower beds are in desperate need of cleaning. And so I definitely want to go ahead and plant my flowers and just get everything nice and neat, so then that way I can also enjoy this part of the space as well. I will say that later on in the summer, I will be doing a full makeover in this space. I'm planning to actually cover the brick patio area with a floor deck. So that's something I am thinking about doing, and I'm super excited about that. I'm actually in the process of budgeting for that makeover now, but in the meantime, we're just going to be cleaning everything. And I'm also going to be adding a flower bed on this side of the storage house. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start with removing everything and just, getting everything nice and neat. So let's get to it. So don't forget, you guys, this video is actually going to be part 1 of a 3-part series for my patio. So in part 2, I'm definitely going to be pulling out the power washer and just giving the patio area a nice deep clean. I'm not actually going to do that in this video. For right now, we're just going to do like more so a surface clean in this particular video. But in the next video, I am going to be power washing the patio and just really getting deep down with some of the cleaning. I also plan to update the flower beds around my deck area and just in the entire backyard space with fresh new mulching and also some more beautiful flowers. So as you guys can see here, it's getting pretty late in the evening, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean up this little mess here, and then I'll pick up where I left off on tomorrow. So it's the next day, and I've gone ahead and started planting flowers in my flower bed. And the flowers that I love, absolutely love to plant every summer are the impatiens. They do extremely well, especially in a partially shaded area. And so this area here doesn't get a whole lot of sunlight. And typically whenever I plant my flowers, I like to also use this Jack all-purpose fertilizer. This does extremely well with my plants. So I'm just going to go ahead and, just get everything planted and get everything watered in with this particular fertilizer here. And you guys will see later in this video how much the flowers have grown. So this is another area that I definitely want to clean up because this area is not too big, and I don't want it to be too congested with debris and just different items laying around, because as you guys know, that stuff tends to attract snakes. So I definitely want to clean it up and just, have it nice and neat, so then that way it'll be a nice open area. Okay, so here's a quick look at what the space looks like. So what I want to do for right now is I just want to kind of clean it up and just have it looking nice and neat. And then at some point, you guys, what I want to do as well is I want to put something down here. The only issue is because I was thinking about putting maybe some rocks or some pea gravel, but this area gets tons of leaves. In fact, my whole backyard and front yard area gets a lot of leaves, and I just don't want the leaves to mix in with the rocks and everything, because I don't want it to, to start to look nasty or whatever. Maybe nasty is not the correct word, but I just don't want it to look trashy, with the leaves and everything, because I know that stuff can be pretty difficult to take out of the rocks. So I don't know, something that's not going to be too expensive or whatever that I can put back here just to kind of cover up the dirt, so there's not a whole lot of splashing, for example, on my storage house from the dirt whenever it rains. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put down on this ground in this particular area, just to kind of keep it nice and clean and neat. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know in the comment area. Another thing that I want to do, what I want to do probably, I don't know if I want to do this today or maybe in a later video, but I want to finish trimming up this tree. Half of these branches and things were removed when they placed the storage house here to just to make room for it. So I just want to kind of trim this up and make it look nice and neat. So these little, like for example, these little pieces of branches here and maybe these here, just kind of trim them up really close to the tree so that they're not really sticking out like that, because I want to actually be able to still go back here behind my deck or storage house, because as you can see, I still have a couple of things back here, and I just want to kind of keep this whole area nice and clean or whatever. So in order to do that without poking myself, that's why I want to just kind of trim up these branches and just have the tree looking nice and just neat, and just keeping this entire area nice and clean. So that's the goal here. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and just rake up these leaves and just try to get this area as clean as I possibly can for the time being. So right quickly, I want to go ahead and give my trash can a nice cleaning. I'm just going to basically rinse them off and then just wash them up a little bit. I tend to do that especially after a really hard rain. All right, so y'all might notice that my water hose is spraying from two places. That's because a hole is in the water hose, and I didn't realize it until I actually started cleaning the trash can in this video. So in my next video, part 2, you guys will see a little hack that I use to actually seal the hole, and that saves money from having to purchase a new water hose. Because guys, have you seen the prices for water hoses lately? I mean, honestly, they're as high as like 80 bucks. Honestly, I couldn't believe the cost of water hoses. And typically whenever I purchase a water hose, I like to get the heavy duty one because they tend to last a lot longer. I've actually had this one now for maybe about 3 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. All right, so I've already tidied up back here in this little corner area. And like I said, you guys, I'm still wanting to find something I can put on this ground. I'm probably going to spray some weed and grass killer back here as well. But I do want to put something down on here, some type of landscaping, so that whenever it rains, the dirt is not flying up and, you know, hitting the storage house, hitting the trash cans. So like I said before, if you guys have any suggestions, and just keep in mind, a lot of leaves do fall back here. So if I could potentially find something, nothing like rocks or pea gravel or anything like that, because once again, the leaves are going to mix in. There's going to be a whole issue there. So yeah, just trying to figure that part of it out. Okay, so in this area, I'm actually in the process of creating a cute little flower bed. And one of the reasons why I want to do that is because I want to add a little seating area in this space as well. This particular area doesn't get a whole lot of light during the evening hours at night, so I definitely want to also incorporate some solar lights to it and just make it a really, really nice, beautiful space. So then that way it's a nice transition from the brick patio space as well. So as you guys can see here, it's starting to get pretty late in the evening. So I'm going to go ahead and try and wrap things up with planting these flowers tonight. And then I'll go ahead and finish off with creating my flower bed in the morning. So it's the next morning. So now what I'm doing is adding the weed barrier to my flower bed, and then after that I'll go ahead and add the brick edging. So these are bricks that I actually had in the front yard of my garden bed. And so I'm actually in the process of redoing the front yard as well. That's probably going to be a video in part 2 or part 3 of this series. So I'm just repurposing those same bricks and using them in this particular project here. So as you can see here, I finished off the flower bedding with these solar lights that I purchased from Lowe's. Okay, you guys, so now I'm about to add that little seating area that I mentioned earlier in the video. This is a nice little open out area that's actually behind the brick patio space. And this is just kind of a way to kind of conjoin the two spaces or whatever. Now, I do want to mention that whenever I do my complete makeover on this patio, I do intend to extend the floor deck to cover this entire space. So that is something that I'm planning to do. And then also, I just want to point out this green cable thingamajiggy here. This is not even my cable. This is not the box for my cable. I don't even have cable. This is for my neighbors. So I did a little research online and I found this little rock cover to use to cover this up. So this is something I'm actually going to end up purchasing, especially whenever I do the deck makeover, so you won't be able to see this sightly whatever this is. So here's a look at what the flower bed currently looks like after a couple of weeks of planting these flowers. And as you guys can see, they look fantastic. They're coming up beautifully. I'm not sure if it's the fertilizer or maybe it's just Mother Nature, because we have been getting quite a bit of rain here in South Carolina. So let's take one last look at what the patio space looked like before the makeover. And guys, please keep in mind that this is just a surface cleaning. Probably in part 2 or part 3 of this series, I am going to be power washing this concrete patio, and I'm going to be disposing of all of these rugs that's on these patio spaces because I'm not going to need them. But as you guys can see here, there's a lot of pollen everywhere. My flower beds really needed a deep cleaning because I really wanted to get them cleaned out so I can plant my flowers for the late spring, early summer. And so this is just to get the space to a point where we can just come out and enjoy it. guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be reminded that this video is part 1 of a 3-part series. There's still quite a few projects in my backyard that I still have to complete before moving on to the front yard space. And also to my new viewers, welcome. My name is Carolina, and I would absolutely love to have you join my family of subscribers. And of course, to all of my existing subscribers, welcome back, you guys. It is always a pleasure having you guys here. And thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye now.